Hey, everybody. Hey. Thank you for coming to another Cute While Quarantine with Felicia Leatherwood. What is it? Saturday, the 23rd? Yeah, the days are going fast, y'all, like crazy fast. So, I have some exciting news before we get started, and I have an exciting guest that I'm really happy is joining me today. And basically, let me talk to you about some of this exciting stuff. Hey, Serena. So, My Black is Beautiful is sponsoring today. I am so excited because I had the opportunity to work with their lovely products. They have some great ingredients, and I love the name My Black is Beautiful, which I am completely about. So, I'm going to be doing a giveaway later, and I'm going to tell you everything that's required for you to get. I just want to show you real quick. They got me giving away like, look at that. Ah, this bag, it's got some amazing products in it. And I really want to keep it. Can My Black is Beautiful send me another one for me? But I'm going to give it away to you. So let's get started. Let's get going. I have Simone Missick, who is she's my Capricorn sister. She's my wonderful friend. She was a client who turned into a friend. And sometimes that happens with hairstylists. It's rare, but it does happen where you just meet and merge and that synergy works and you feel like that person is like your sister. So I'm going to bring in my sister friend, Simone, and we're going to get this. Hey! Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Everybody here. Yo, I'm so glad you're able to join me today, and you look beautiful.
Well, I had to put it together.
You
I got
did.
on pants. That's
You
the
did
thing. I
that.
got on pants on a Saturday. That shows how much I love you.
Yeah. You know, nobody would know if you didn't have on anything but a slip.
That's true. But I would know. I would know. Have you seen those things with all the newscasters where they don't have on no pants?
I feel like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm nervous that I'm going to get up like during the middle of my webinar and grab a product and everybody's going to see my derriere.
There was a woman who forgot she was on Zoom, got up, went to the bathroom on a
No,
meeting, and
no
her
thank you.
coworkers were like,
I would be horrified,
yeah.
seriously horrified if that happened. We got some people still coming in. Kelly's here.
You said people still wear pants. Not really, girl. Not really. Carmen, hey,
Hey,
Kelly.
you see, yeah. So you can. I'm glad you could see the comments on the side.
Yeah.
So have you been on StreamYard before?
No, this is my first time, and I just had a moment of panic.
Why?
Thank God you got a 5-minute get yourself ready before you come in the dang live. Because I went like, oh, I got the link. Let me do. And it was like, your browser does not support StreamYard. So I had to download Chromecast. I don't remember my Gmail password. Like it was, but we here.
I started to give you more time, but I was like, I don't want to, Black folks, we like our last minute details to be
As
last.
evidenced by our quick phone conversation 30 minutes ago.
Hello.
You were like, did you read the email? I was gonna read it 5 minutes before.
I did. I was like, okay, girl. But you're here and I'm happy and I'm grateful that you're here. And also, I'm going to just tell you, I don't know if you've tried My Black is Beautiful products, but they're sponsoring today. And I'm so excited because I got good stuff to talk about later and we're going to give it back. We got to get you some products. We got to get you some My Black is Beautiful.
Sounds good. I would love that.
You gotta be like the ultimate product junkie right now.
No.
What?
No.
No.
So when you and I first started working together, what was that, like 10 years ago? I was trying everything. I was trying everything. I had everything. You were giving me everything, which is why I was like, I don't think I have My Black is Beautiful. Because if I did, it would be that you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Then I moved to New York and I was like, this has to stop. So now that I've moved back to LA, I've got like 7 products that I have. And 5 of them I just bought in the last 2 months. Like I don't buy any products. It's a problem, but it's mainly because I'm lazy. and I don't want to do my hair. And this quarantine has forced that.
Listen, this has been the ongoing theme of the quarantine is that people are not wanting to do their hair. Like they seriously are like, I'm not about this hair life. Uh, can you please just tell me what to do? But
Mhm.
better yet, do it. I've had people call me like, are you done like with quarantine?
Are you quarantined? Because I'm quarantined.
Yes. They're like, I wear a mask. I just need my hair done. So y'all, I can't right now. I gotta wait. I gotta just wait a little bit longer till the coast is clear. And I feel like a lot of hairstylists would do hair, but
Mhm.
we don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to get shut down. We don't
Yeah,
want to get nobody, you don't want to spread anything because we
yeah,
don't really know what it is.
yeah.
So no.
I will say that I know someone, I won't say who, but she couldn't deal no more. And so she and her stylist sat out in the backyard with their masks on and did her hair. And, that was the risk that they were willing to take. Of course, I was disappointed because I was like, but that's because of our relationship, because I ain't gonna say who it is. But
Wait, you were disappointed because you wanted them to come to your house next to do your hair, or because you was like, okay, girl, you should wait a little
you
longer?
should wait a little longer. You should, but we everybody is taking calculated risks. Everybody, and that's the thing with this, which it's easy to look at one person's actions and go, but then you can look at somebody else's actions and think that that makes logic to you, or even you could do something where you're like, that wasn't really the smart. I got my nails done 2 days before work shut down.
Hmm.
And I was like, I cannot believe I put myself at risk. I wore a mask, but the city had not declared a lockdown.
Yeah.
The state hadn't, the government certainly hadn't. I knew
Yeah.
about the dangers, but I also had to go to work. And my nails were falling apart.
Okay.
I was like,
She's like, my nails were falling apart.
they
That
were literally falling apart. And so it wasn't until I was there that I thought, this is a horrible choice that you have made to put yourself, your nail artist, both of you. And he was very honest. He was like, yeah, we've been really empty in here because of the coronavirus.
you know what? I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know who your nail tech is, but I really, really, really am hoping that out of this emerges us doing more business with each other, like supporting black owned. Because I know when back in the day, I would go to a black nail salon to get my nails done, and
Yeah.
then they just all disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then when they came back, they were more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talked to them about that, they were like, yeah, my rent is different. My rent is higher. Like the cost of everything that I get comes from another country and they're charging me more. And I'm like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
So, and I know that there are black owned nail polishes now, like
Mm.
non-toxic. Yeah, there's like some great ones. And I'll post that up another time. But yeah, there are black owned nail polishes out there.
Wow.
So I don't know. I hope we can like start to like seek each other out and bring it back to what we had before.
Mm.
And that's no shade for anybody that is not of color, but
Not
that's just
at all.
personal feelings about it.
Not at all.
So
So
no, we can ready to talk about.
we will get ready to talk about hair. Let's let the truth start. So
Let's let the two start.
first truth is, you see, I ain't got on a wig.
Yes, I know what happened.
So when I was getting ready to get ready, and right before you and I talked to my husband, and he was like, well, you got to run upstairs and do your hair. And I was like, I'm just going to put a wig on. And he was like, to do a hair tutorial? No. Isn't that a little ass backwards? And I was like, shut up. It's fine.
He's so great.
And so when you and I got on the phone, I was like, I'm going to put on a wig. And you was like, it's your texture though, right? Which of course, it is. But then I just decided to, slap these Dutch braids in, partly because I got one hand of nails that's still holding on.
Oh,
another hand that is completely falling apart. But every time I touch my hair gets caught underneath the nails. So I haven't been,
yeah.
there has been a bonnet on for like 10 days. I have hair that's on its way for me to do crochet braids on my own.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt,
Oh,
I'm going to attempt that. This has been a 3-week attempt. I keep trying, it keeps failing. So now I'm going to try a different hair, but I decided not, I know, yes, husband, right? Right. Sometimes they right. Sometimes. And so I decided to, rip my hair out real quick and put this little crown braid together.
well, I'm grateful for it. I'm very grateful. You crack me up, and you tell Dorian he all right by
He
me.
a real one. He get a
Yeah,
point
yeah,
today.
he all right by me. So let's talk about texture four, because really what we're doing is this is all about like a dedication to texture four hair. My main thing this whole month, and this month went fast, is to bring light and inspiration to women who have texture for hair. And what texture for hair is it's coily, kinky, coarse hair.
Mm-hmm.
Usually from the shoot, since I was a child, I don't ever remember anyone saying good things about texture for hair. And we didn't call it texture for hair back then. We called it the NAPPY word.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so now, we have so much glorification and so many beautiful people around like you, Simone, to basically inspire us by wearing your hair natural. Even if it's a wig, you're still getting your texture, which
Right.
is really important for women to embrace. A lot of women tell me, like, oh, I got to wear a wig, or I don't like my hair, or something's happening with my hair, but then they get straight hair wigs.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to me a little bit about why you have chosen, when you do wear a wig, especially on All Rise, right? Is that a wig on the
Mm-hmm.
show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
What made you stick with your texture?
So, one, the important thing for me is for everything to always look natural, and not just natural in texture, but natural like it could grow out of my hair.
Mhm.
For the same reason that you said, there are so many of us who are not taught to love our type 4 hair, taught not to appreciate it. And I remember having like a sincere moment uh, of distress, of panic, and of sadness. I was doing, this was before Misty Night. This was before All Rise. This was before Altered Carbon. This was when I was still, working to establish myself.
Yeah.
And a good friend of ours who we no longer have with us, Shannon Sylvain,
Yes.
was heading the NBC Diversity Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And there were two of us in the workshop, two Black girls in this showcase that was going to go on. We both had our hair curly. And I forget how the conversation came about, but Shannon, I asked her, I was like, should I wear my hair straight or should I wear my hair curly? Because this woman and I, we both look so similar. And Shannon, in a very, cavalier, funny way, she was like, well, you know what Paul Mooney said? If your hair relaxed, they relax.
Oh,
And it was a joke.
okay.
And she wasn't telling me that to say your hair isn't good curly. She was just like, you want to distinguish yourself, wear it straight. Now, she didn't say it needed to be silky straight. She didn't say it needed to be, look like I was a different ethnicity. She just said wear it straight, partially to distinguish myself from this other actress, but partially,
So good.
And I remember coming home to my husband and having a breakdown. And I was
Mm.
like, I'm not showing that I love my hair. Am I going to be perpetuating that to other people? Like, that's where I went in my head.
Wow. Yes.
I was like, what are these little Black girls, what are these grown Black women going to think if I don't even, say how much I was taking it there. That wasn't what Shannon was saying. That wasn't what anybody would have been saying, but that was what I was thinking about in the future. And so it was important to me to start to love my own hair texture because I was at a point in my life as a woman where
Yeah.
I wanted to just love myself.
Yeah.
So when I went into audition for Misty Knight, I wore a 2-strand twist out that was my own hair. It was the first time I had ever done it, because now at this point, I was like, I need to wear protective styles, but also protect my hair on set.
Yes.
So there's always that pull of, yeah, I want you to see my natural hair, but I don't want you to mess up my natural hair once I book the job. So I came in with my natural curls. Now, at this point, we all knew, I think at the time, heat-free hair was really popular.
Yeah, it was popping.
As they still are, but they, had revolutionized the wig industry so that you could wear a wig that looked like your hair. And so I was like, perfect. Once I book the job, I'm gonna get a heat-free hair wig so that I can protect my hair, but it looks just like my hair. I'll put some of my hair out in the front. And after about 4 months of them being like, no, we love your hair. We love you to go home and 2-strand twist your own damn hair every night.
Wow.
Even if you're shooting until 2 in the morning.
Ooh, no, the pressure.
And then you come in the morning and we'll just pretend like we did something and take your hair down. After 4 months of doing that, and my hair started breaking off, I was like, if y'all don't buy this damn wig, we're going to have a problem. And so that was the beginning of me putting my foot down on wearing natural hair wigs. Absolutely. Partially because I wanted it to look like my hair, but then also because that's what looks, the realest. That's what looks the most like me. And I wanted to make sure that I was reflecting that. Now, I mean, of course, I've had different characters with different textured hair, and I make that choice depending on who the person is.
Yeah.
So one character might have a blowout that has like a little weird crimp with, something different. One character might have something a little bit curlier or silkier. Somebody might have braids. I think they're all going to be a reflection of what I think that character is. And a lot of times with Black women, it is our hair.
Yeah.
That is a reflection of who we are.
It's a total. So have you ever I kind of know the answer to this, and we don't have to say no names, but have you had that experience on set where a person showed up to do your hair and you was like, I don't think you know what to do with this?
Yeah.
And got super nervous?
Yeah. I tend to be more patient and walk people through it because we're all in it at this point together.
That's great.
You're not going to get fired, and I'm not going to probably do my hair myself because you got paid to do my hair. And so part of it is education. And I've worked with some people who, I remember I worked with a woman on a Marvel show. She was an Asian woman. They said to me specifically, because I requested a certain hairstylist who had done my hair on other Marvel shows for just special moments. They wouldn't bring this woman on to do my hair and let her join the union because that would be giving too much. So they would only bring her on for these special moments. And so I requested her for this show. And they were like, nah, but we got this other woman who works with wigs because, I mean, you're going to put your hair in a wig anyway. Like, why do you need somebody special? That's what they're thinking. Not caring about what the health of my hair was underneath the wig.
Yes.
Not caring about any of those other things. They were just like, but it's just a wig. So anyway, this woman that I worked with named Annie was an Asian American hairstylist. She had worked on SNL and she handled their wigs. And I remember the first day she came in, she was like, okay, I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do 2-strand twists. Like, let me. And I was like, thank you. We laugh, we giggle, but I was appreciative. Okay. She had at least gone 12 steps.
Yes.
The people that I had just worked with who were like, can't you just, I mean, here's some products.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want me to, so if you come in with like a heart to care and to figure it out and, to have me say, and that's with any stylist, it doesn't matter what their color is. Cause I've worked with Black women on set who,
that's true.
Who haven't worked with natural hair because they're used to working with actresses who wear wigs or sew-ins that aren't natural hair texture. So they don't have to work with it. And so we've talked like that, where they're like, oh, Thank you for educating me on this part of it. I'm going to have to go back and do some research on natural hair because I haven't worked with it in 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, as long as people are open about it, I'm not going to be like, but if, I'm also not going to
Mhm.
let you burn my dang on hair off.
No, seriously. Seriously. You know what's interesting to me is that one of the things that I noticed one time, one of my clients, who's an actress, had to do a commercial. And the commercial, we basically went ahead and we flat twisted her hair the day before because she knew. She's like, anytime I show up on set, I can't trust it. Okay.
Mhm.
And this was like early 2000. And so she's like, so just give me a natural hairstyle. Well, she gets the set and they want her hair straight.
Did that also happen to me?
I
Do you
think that
remember
did
this?
happen to you.
Do you remember this?
Oh,
I was shooting a commercial. It was the day before at 8 o'clock at night. And I called you up in a panic because they decided they wanted my hair straight. And I was like, Felicia, I have booked this commercial with a wig on. You and I don't even know if we had straightened my hair at that point, but we were in the middle of growing out a big chop.
mhm.
And I was like, what they think my hair is going to look like straight is not going to be what my hair looks like straight because I'm wearing a wig. And you were
Yeah.
like, but it's okay, girl. And I came over to your house at like 8 o'clock at night and you did my hair. You straightened my hair. And I remember I went to set and they were like, oh,
Yeah. Oh,
that wasn't what we expected because the thickness of my hair hadn't grown out. It was like I was wearing a wig that was like to here and my
yeah.
hair straight, my natural hair straight was probably to there. And I had a wig that
Yeah.
was straight as a backup because you were like, I think you should bring a wig just in case. But anyway, tell the
Well,
story.
no, but this is good. Like everything you're saying is good. So this must have happened to a lot of people. I think there's some people on here right now in comments saying it happened to them. But what happened to this particular client is she called me at like 7 a.m. She's like, "Hey, I'm down here in Santa Monica. Please get here. They're making me nervous." So I'm
Mm.
like, "All right." So I'm grabbing everything, flat iron, all this stuff, and I run down there and I come into the trailer. Yo, I see the white hairstylist trying to straighten her hair, but his hands are shaking.
Oh
His eyes
Lord.
are pouring sweat. He's nervous because he didn't even know how to comb out natural hair. So he was just like, oh my God, he was freaking out. I said, hey, I got you. Don't worry. And he damn near threw that thing at me. He was like, okay, cool. So he got the credit. I got a check. He got a check, whatever, but my client's hair was saved, and that's the main thing. And then it rained. So whatever,
I know who this client is too. Because I think I remember this story from this person sharing it. Maybe not that, but
Yeah, it rained after that. And it was like, okay, well, hey. So I feel like it's an education, and we don't always feel like explaining who we are when we show up. We
mhm.
just want to be, look, I'm black, I'm natural. There's a possibility that my hair is not straight. Be prepared for all of it,
Yeah.
you know?
I just want to be able to sit in the chair. I say this all the time. My co-stars I work with, Latinx women, Asian women, white women. They come in, hair wet, fresh out the shower.
Yeah.
They can sit down, get a whole blowout, a
Mhm.
whole style done, and not have to blink, not have to. And I mean,
Not,
depending on hair color, and sometimes hair texture, they do have issues because styling red hair is different than styling blonde hair. There are different, things that each hair color and hair texture they have to deal with. But
they
I
have to deal with.
feel like people are educated more in those variances
Mhm.
and not at all in our variances.
Yeah.
They
Every
in there, they ain't got the right combs, they ain't got the right brushes, they ain't got the right products. They have no concept of how to even start at square one. And I know that you were giving classes down at the union,
time.
which it's like there's a part of me that goes, well, at least some people are getting educated.
Yeah.
But then the other part of it is, but why don't y'all just bring some people in a damn union that know how to do not only natural hair and textured hair, but also the hair that everyone else in the union knows how to do? Like, why are you trying to force a square peg into a round hole instead of just diversifying the number of people and the talent of people in the union? You can't tell me that you're going to teach this person on a weekend how to do a fade and then do it on an actor on set the following week. There are reasons why people are experts at what they do.
You better preach, girl. You know what you're saying. I never understood how. So you guys can sometimes do a star request, and I think more now than before, right?
More now than before, but I have never gotten a star request.
Really?
No.
No way. No way.
No.
You totally wait. All Rise. You number one.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to get a star request now on that. But maybe before was it?
So with All Rise, this has been the best scenario that I've ever had when it comes to finding someone that worked with natural hair, that worked with wigs, that knows what she's doing. She's a stylist named Caprice Green. She's worked on Black Lightning. She's worked on, just literally lots and lots of things. She's been in the industry for over 30 years. And for the questions, a star request is someone who is high up on the list on a project, on a call sheet, can say, I want my personal hairstylist who may or may not be in the union to come on this project and do my hair, because on TV shows and movies, people have to be in the union. And so a star request circumvents that requirement. And so Taraji could say, I want my girl who does my hair for all of my press, even though she's not in the union, to come on and do my hair on Empire. She can then join the union, but they pay the penalty. The production pays the penalty to use this outside non-union person for their star. So at this point, I have never had a star request. But All Rise, after we shot the pilot, I was very clear that something needed to change between the pilot and once we actually did the full season. I was looking at the wig that I wore during the pilot, the first episode, that from moment to moment would look different. Because this person was not paying attention to continuity, which is so important.
You have hair up 1 minute and then the hair is down.
And the hair be down. I mean, we also have seen in Tyler Perry where we were like, how do you do that? It's like that. And so if you're shooting the same day in an episode, but you're shooting it over the course of 4 days, it should look the same every time you go back to that look. Yeah. But this person didn't, execute that to the best of their abilities. And so I knew that once the show got picked up, I needed somebody in there. And I called up you. I asked you for a list. I called up all my Black friends out there.
Love.
I asked them for lists. I wanted to know who they, knew who was in the union. Yeah. That could be a department head, or that could be a stylist that was already in the union so that they could be on the show, because you wasn't available, because you always not available. So, it. It's fine. I'm over it. I got a friend. I lost a
I'm trying to get Nikki up in there. Nikki B.
Nikki B is not leaving New York.
She will. I have faith. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. She's gonna be bi-coastal.
Yes. But on All Rise, we have a Black female department head. She, in terms of hair, she, unlike a lot of department heads, has a barber full time.
Yeah.
So a lot of times with men, the barber might come in for the top of the day and then be gone. And they're not getting paid the full amount that a on, staff stylist will get. Thomas's sister. Hey, Debbie.
We've been friends since we were like 7 years old.
I know. And Thomas and I have been friends since I moved to LA. First movie, Thomas and I. So we have a barber on All Rise. So all the men, Felicia has been stolen from us. All the men They have someone that they know. And I've watched Black men walk into the trailer and have this sense of relief. Because
Yeah.
our barber Tiari has like the full kit. He got every kind of clipper you need. He got all, and he's super talented at what he does. But there is something about being able to come into a set, no matter what your position is,
Mm-hmm.
and know that you're going to be taken care of. And I've watched our background actors come in and go, wow, because they will pull background actors in and say, we need to fix your hair. And there's always that moment of panic, like, well, I'm a background actor, so I know they just gonna just do anything, and they get
Yeah.
treated with the same level of care and respect for their hair that our, leads of the show get treated. And so
Mhm.
for me, that was very important, not just for me. Like, I wanted to make sure that everybody was taken care of in
Yeah.
hair and in makeup.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I always feel like if you're doing a star request and you get denied, I just think it's a little strange that they don't think about the actress, because you can get stressed out if you don't have the right person in your head, which means you cannot focus on your craft. So why is that separate? Like, why is the actress not being taken care of so that everything is in a calm, peaceful? Because I don't, yeah, they don't get it. Never
You
mind.
asking questions. You asking questions about the way Black women have been treated in this country.
Yeah.
It's sure.
What am I saying now? What am I saying?
And yes, Roxy, CBS All Rise is so inclusive, not only in the hair and makeup trailer, but behind the camera. Black female DPs, Black female ADs.
Oh wow.
I mean, women from all over the spectrum. I'd say it's like almost a 50-50 male to female ratio on set,
Oh.
on our crew, and also extremely diverse culturally. So yes, it's very reflective of the people in front of the camera, because our show is very diverse. And that was important for our producers, and it was important for me.
So I want to ask you about growing up with all this hair, because y'all don't know. Simone has a lot of hair. It's like super thick. When I met you, I felt like you had was it a relaxer or a press, or
Yes, it was a press.
it was a press, but then there was a bit of heat damage.
Oh, a bit.
I mean, I'm being, listen, I'm being
gentle.
and then, so then there was that, and I think I came in and I big chopped you. I felt really bad about that, by the way.
I'd say you did a mid chop.
Okay, I did a mid chop.
You did a mid chop. You still left me with about 5 inches.
Do you remember I did that Bantu knot on you?
Oh yeah.
But wait, you might not remember. The first time I did it, you was like, it looks so short.
Tiny. A little.
You're like, I got a little curly.
Look like on Pinterest. These little balls with this. So we did the big chop.
But we didn't have my most beautiful products at the time either.
You didn't want to do it though. You didn't want to do the big chop.
I didn't.
You wanted to work me through it. And that was smart of you. That was smart. But I got frustrated. I got tired of having the straight ends with the natural roots. And so I, convinced you to chop it off. And then we did protective styles. We did kinky twists, braids for like a good 6 months.
We did it.
And I remember when I finally got to the point where I was like, I got some hair back. And I started wearing my hair. And Dorian, just real cavalier, was like, yeah, because you in that in-between stage. And I was like, what? What you mean? And he was like, you in the weird in-between when your hair look crazy stage. I was like, and I had no idea, because I was so comfortable with my hair at that point. But yeah, that was. But growing up was so interesting when you talk about it. And I wish that I knew about natural hair and, how to love my hair or even style it in the texture that it was.
I'm sorry. I had to interrupt 1 second. Shout out to Larkin. She sent me a email. She and her friends are doing a virtual spa day,
Oh,
and putting masks on their hair, and they're watching this. This was part of their date. So shout out to you and your friends, Larkin,
hey,
for
lady.
being here and watching with me and Simone. And yeah, really proud of them. She has like 8 people
Oh,
on here doing a virtual spa. So
wow. Now I'm stealing that idea. Thank you.
I know it's such a great. It was cute when she sent that. I was like, oh, and I'm not even doing like hairstyling today. I usually do hairstyling on Cute While Quarantine, but I
Mhm.
really just wanted people to get your take and your understanding about your hair. What I want to know from you is, what do you love most about being natural?
So, what I love is that my hair is super thick, right? And it has always been thick. Um, and I love to be able to manipulate that. Like, I love that I could do a two-strand twist, wear it like that for a day, just
Mhm.
twist it up and pin back, take it down, untwist it, and that's one style that will change and morph for 3, 4 days. And then I can put it up in a puff and it'll do its own thing for another 2, 3 days. And then I can start over. Or I can, blow it out and try something different. Or I can wear an afro, which I did for like a week and a half during quarantine, where I was just like,
Oh, I know it's beautiful.
and I think that that's the fact that there's so many different styles that I can do with my hair that other people can do with my hair. I feel like
Mhm.
it's just it can change from day to day. And a lot of times when I do press, I love to just do different styles. Now I
Yeah.
do all these styles with pieces so as to protect my hair as much as possible. So, you might see it pushed back, but there will be hair added to it so that we're not curling my own hair
Yeah,
from
I'm
day to
so
day.
glad you said this. Tell them.
Because
Yes.
people are always like, I love your hair. What do you put in it? And I always hesitate on that answer because what's going on underneath the wig, it's the same hair. It's literally usually the same length or the same texture, but it's not my hair because I'm not breaking off my hair to have all of this different diversity.
Yeah.
Um, so, I see this woman saying that she loves to work out. And ooh, part two for auditions. What do you suggest for headshots and showing up with your hair looking different?
Whoa.
Mashonda, I hope I'm saying your hair right. So with workouts, you just got to work out. Like you should never let your hair be the thing that stops you from working out. And if you take headshots, you make sure you take headshots. I personally think with a wig so that you can
Oh.
always if you've worked out, you can, and your hair is not looking like what those headshots would look like, you can braid it down, slap that wig on, and you always have the look of what's in your headshots. Now, there are times when we're like, I'm gonna put some braids in my hair. Your braids ain't gonna look like your headshots. You're not gonna take 10 different
Yeah.
headshots for 10 different, hairstyles.
Mhm.
I booked
Mhm.
jobs. I remember you did those kinky twists. I booked 3 commercials with the kinky twists,
Really?
even though my headshots were curly hair. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes you come in and what you're selling, they're like, all right, I love it. But that would be my advice. I would say take your headshots in your wigs so that you can always pull it out, put it on, and you know that you have that continuity and you don't have to go, man, my twist out does not look like it did in this picture. What am I going to do? And then sometimes your twist out does, and you can just come on in,
Mhm.
do it.
So, okay, when I was a kid with my natural hair, nobody understood it.
Hmm.
And basically, I got made fun of. A whole bunch of derogatory names were called. I feel like my mom felt sorry for me too. I did because
Now, was
she,
your mom's texture different from yours?
oh yeah, my mom has like soft, frizzy, wavy hair,
Hmm.
but she also wore wigs because my mom was born in what 48. So in the 60s, 70s, she would wear her cute little wigs like Diane Carroll and
Mhm.
keep it to pushing. Um, and my mom's hair is fine. It's really thin. And I think that's why she didn't really tackle it. But also my mother came from like picking cotton.
Yeah.
So there was a whole lot in there. She
Yeah.
didn't really talk about her hair experiences growing up. They kept their head wrapped up because they were in the fields.
Mhm.
So, and then basically we got colonized into believing like, oh, your hair is not good enough, straighten it, right?
Mhm.
So my mom pretty much did that. And I asked her one day, I said, Mom, you never gave me a relaxer as a kid. Why? And she said, I didn't know anything about that. I didn't even think about doing nothing like that to you. And I was like, well, thank God. I wouldn't be Felicia Leatherwood, the celebrity stylist. Had she done it. But I definitely remember her being scared to touch
Mhm.
my hair because I would scream and cry. I was tender headed. There
Mm.
were no good products out at the time for our hair. And so now we have a lot, which is why I'm going to say again, my black is beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But we didn't have what we have now. Did you have any of those experiences as a kid? Like, were you able to swim and then jump out and let your hair be shrunken back? And
I
yeah.
mean, yes, I did because I was a tomboy. So I didn't care. I was
Mhm.
always in the pool. I was a water baby. And so I always, my mother, her hair, and you've done my mom's hair, and her texture is probably a 3C,
Yeah. She might even be 3B.
probably a 3B. And growing up, and that's gray hair. So that texture is a little coarser, but growing up, it was probably like a 3A. So she ain't know what to do with my hair. And my mom never grew her hair out. She always wore it in like a short crop
Oh,
fade,
really?
never wore it long
Okay.
until her 50s maybe. So I remember when I was in middle school, she grew it out. It grew to about here in maybe 6 months. I was like, "Are you
Wow.
kidding me? Like I'm over here on the struggle bus, and you just grew your hair out just that quick." But and then she cut it off again because she was like, "I don't," because she never wanted to do her hair, so she always wore it short. And her not wanting to do my hair meant her hair meant she wasn't doing my hair. So I mean, I have school pictures with one ponytail up here and the other one over there, braids going every which way. I remember I would go over to her best friend's house, who's like an aunt to me. She is my aunt. And she would French braid my hair and put beads in it because she was from New Orleans and she knew how to braid hair and she had daughters. And so that would be the only time that my hair would look great is when Marion would decide to braid my hair. And I remember uh, my sister wore a Jerry curl because she would get teased about her hair texture and
Mhm.
about, my sister is a darker complexion from me. So she would just get it on all sides. And so I remember she got a Jerry curl and then she started perming her hair. And I remember my mother, was like, if that's what you want to do, okay. And so I asked for a perm and I was like 9. And because my mom didn't do it and she didn't know, she was like, all right, I guess if that's what you want. So I had a perm from like 9 to maybe 12, but it wasn't like every 4 to 6 weeks I'm getting my hair permed. It was like my sister would slap it just for me in my head, and then 6, 7 months would go by and then I'd be like, can you put another one in? Like it wasn't any kind of consistency. There was this hairstylist in Michigan called Mr. John's Hair Clinic, I think is what they called it. And
Okay.
he had developed this system for helping Black women grow their hair. He created all of these tinctures with like witch hazel products. Everything smelled awful, but he had all of these testimonials, all these Black women whose hair had grown from here to there. They all had the same press, but you couldn't curl it, like you couldn't feather it. It had to be, you had to roll it with rollers. Like he had a whole system of
Okay.
things. You could only use the ace comb that was like the hard black ace comb. You couldn't use certain brushes. And you would come in and it was like 30 Black women who worked in this salon. And you would have a certain, team that did the washing, a certain team that did the conditioning, a certain team that did the drying, and then another team that did the styling. It was all very uh, it felt like you were in a laboratory. But my mom took me there because she was like, well, I know you want to grow your hair. And then I was like, but I look terrible. Like I got a curl with a roller right here, and I'm 14. I'm about to go to high school. Like, so I started going back to my old hairstylist that I knew from when I was growing up. And her name was Nisi. I love Nisi. And she was like, I remember there were some girls in my school, and they were like, girl, I just perm the edges. Like, I leave my hair normal, but I just perm the edges. And so I went to Nisi. I was like, Nisi, can you just perm the edges? She was like, let's just go ahead and perm your damn hair. And from then on, from like freshman year of high school until I think senior year, I had a perm. I played basketball, and I remember I would, I would have gym class in the middle of the day, and then I would go to basketball practice. And by the end of the day, my hair looked crazy. But I didn't care because I was a ball player, and I was just like, whatever. But then boys and wanting to be liked by boys, I was like, I got to do something. And I started wearing a perm. And it wasn't until I got to college that I stopped perming it. I started going to the Dominicans in DC because they blow your hair out for $10. Mm-hmm. My perm was growing out, so it was still, manageable to them because they got their own set of rules. It's like if you go in there with my hair, with this 4C hair, and you like, can you give me a blowout? They talk all kinds of stuff, or they did at that time. They would talk all kinds of stuff, and they would be like, you need to get a perm. And I'm not saying this is all Dominican hair salons. I'm just
but just that particular one
in DC. Mm-hmm. And so, I would do the Dominican blowouts, and then I moved to LA and I started wearing weaves. And that's when I went through wearing my hair straight with a press, and then putting a weave in, watching my hair grow, taking the weave out, watching my hair fall off, putting a weave in, watching it grow. And that happened for years until we met.
Well, I feel like somehow I was able to contribute to the growth of your natural hair.
You got me way back. How long did it take for my hair to grow out after the chop? How long was that? Like maybe
your hair grew fast, man, because you got married. Like I feel like you came back with hair or something. Like,
but I had
I don't know. I think it took your hair.
It took about 2 years, honestly, because that's the thing. My hair doesn't grow quick to me.
Well, to you, it took 2 years. I looked up and I saw significant growth in 8 months.
Yeah,
on your hair.
Yes.
Like, seriously. And I was like, oh, wow. And I know because my hair grows super slow. Like I literally might get 3 inches a year.
Yeah. Same.
Like 3 inches a year is what I'll get. So it takes a minute for my hair to grow. And then I have to put braids in it and do some other stuff and some hocus pocus, turn yourself around, like stuff,
I'm amazed at women like Kelly's on here. Kelly did a big chop. And I looked at Kelly's hair the other day. I said, this woman then, she back where she started. How does it happen so quick? Kelly, how it happened so quick?
No, that was crazy. That was Kelly. I mean, I big chopped Kelly.
I know.
She sent me a picture. It's like she's like that doll. They pull the string and the hair just
grows. The hair just come out of her head.
I can't even. I'm jealous, Kelly.
Kelly, we are jealous of your big, thick, beautiful.
I can't. So I want to ask you a couple more questions because this time went fast. Oh my God. I think I got one question. And also I want you all to remember to hang out with me at the end because we're going to talk about My Black is Beautiful. Yeah. I'm giving away a wonderful bag of goodies from them, and they have the turmeric coconut line. So yeah, they infused, they got a whole like golden milk collection, and I've been playing with that, and they got some hair mask, and so yeah, and I'm going to give away a whole thing, and I'm going to call them, make sure they get you something too. So I want everybody to stick around. And I also want to thank them again. Thank you, My Black is Beautiful, for sponsoring today's live with the beautiful Simone Missick. So lastly, my question before I open it up for some people to ask you questions, and you guys get your questions ready because we're only going to have 10 minutes. I just quickly want to know, if your hair could talk, what would it say about you? What have you been doing to it?
It would say finger detangle.
Mm.
Stop being lazy.
Or use your Felicia Leatherwood
Oh no,
detangle.
I use my Felicia Leatherwood, but I don't finger detangle and then use my Felicia Leatherwood.
Oh.
So I have single strand knots and I'm impatient. And I
Hmm.
was just talking to my best friend who she big chopped because her hair fell off with a perm maybe 10 years ago. And her hair is down to here. I mean, it's the most gorgeous, thick, just 4C hair.
Wow.
Gorgeous. I'm like, what in the hell are you doing to your hair? And she was like, well, I take probably about an hour and a half to finger detangle. I said, what? I ain't doing that. And she was like, well, that's why your hair keep breaking off. Cause I'm like, I got the Felicia Leatherwood brush. And then I'll have like
You
a
lose.
pile of
We
hair
gotta
that's
talk
big
about
and
this.
trash.
We gotta talk about
Right.
this. You might be jacking yourself.
I know I'm jacking myself up, but I'm lazy. So that's what my hair would say. It would say, stop being lazy and finger detangle and use your fleet. Cause I use the brush.
Okay.
I'm just like,
Well, I'm grateful for you using the brush. Yes, finger detangle. I do the same. I finger detangle and I use the brush.
mhm.
Mostly because sometimes we need a trim. And if you don't have a trim and you go in and try to do some stuff, your hair will be like, no.
Yeah,
So, yeah. This
angry.
time went so fast. Oh my God. Okay. So look, let's take some questions right now. And
I'm
you
feeling like
ready?
there are some questions. Yes.
Kelly got
So,
it.
Kelly, did you ever have a moment on your natural hair journey where you felt unpretty, and how did you overcome that?
Good.
1,000,000%. I remember I had, this was once we had big chopped. This was 2009, I want to say, 2009. I was working at a hotel in Beverly Hills. And up to that point, I had worn my hair a million different ways. I put all kinds of weeds in my hair. People were like,
Mhm.
who are you mixed with? Somebody asked me, was I Tahitian one time because of the kind
Right.
of I had in my hair? I don't know. So I was dealing with this majority white, staff and customers who most of them regulars knew my hair to look a certain way.
Mm.
The day that I decided to come in, I think it was when you had done those bantu knots, and I had taken them down, and I'm driving to work, and I am petrified because I'm like, this doesn't look like me. I have not accepted who this woman is yet, and I don't feel pretty. And I'm
Mhm.
driving to work, and I'm damn near having a panic attack. And I drive past this Black woman walking down the street, same length hair, same hair texture, same hairstyle, and she just walking Beverly Hills, confident. And I was like, okay, God, but I still don't feel good. And then I remember I drive into the parking lot and I walk past and I see another Black girl in Beverly Hills. First of all, it's not like we just flooding.
Really?
Same kind of texture, same bantu knot pull out. And I was like, okay, I understand what you're trying to say, but I still don't feel good. And I remember walking past a mirror on my way to walk onto the floor and seeing my hair and being just like, I know what all of these people are going to say. They're going to be like, what happened to your hair? What'd you do to your hair? Everybody in that dang on place was like, oh my God, I really like your hair. Or nothing, because they didn't care. And that was that moment of where I was like, I just feel like not attractive. And then I felt like God was just showing me, like, you got it. You're good. You're beautiful. It doesn't matter what your hair looks like. But yeah, that was definitely, I remember that moment vividly.
Okay, let's take one more question. Well, maybe two. Let's see how long.
Okay.
Okay. Ashanti, how often do you moisturize your hair and how do you keep it from messing up your transition styles?
So
Hmm.
that's a good question. I stopped moisturizing my scalp about 2 years ago. And you and I have talked about this. It was kind of a controversial thing. Maybe 3 years ago, I moved to New York.
Mm-hmm.
No, shoot, longer than that. I moved to New York and I started going to a hairstylist out there because my hair had broken off again after Luke Cage 2-strand twisting it and it was falling out. And the stylist out there was like, you need to wash your hair every 2 to 3 days and don't put anything on your scalp because that's what stops it from growing. And so I started washing it every 2 to 3 days, and I watched my hair grow back very quickly. And so I
Ooh.
have not moisturized my scalp in years. I would say I moisturize my own hair very infrequently, maybe once a week, because when I'm working on All Rise, I usually have protective styles in. So it'll be, I go to Jeannie Prim, who does, she does the Virtuous Twists out here in LA, and
Mhm.
Jeannie, her Instagram is All Things Virtuous. She does, these twists that I can put underneath my wigs. And so whenever she's been like, Simone, we gonna grow your hair, we gonna get bra strap length this year. And so she moisturizes my hair every time we do, a protective style, and we add the hair so that I can, wear it down, but also wear it back. But I moisturize it like maybe once a week, and I don't moisturize my scalp. And that's
Wow.
crucial. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing.
I think because you are shampooing it every 2 to 3 days, which a lot. See, you're not lazy. The fact that you can do that, that's not so lazy,
But
girl.
that's when I don't have in a protective style.
Okay. Okay.
I
That's
ain't
fair.
I'm not we shooting, I'm not shampooing my hair.
Okay. But women ask me about that. They ask me about oils and things on the scalp, and if they should do it, if they should oil their scalp. And I feel like some people need it.
Mhm,
Like for me, I don't do oil on my scalp.
mhm,
I know. When I had hair, what would happen is I never liked the smell of it after a few
mhm,
days on my scalp.
mhm,
Because
mhm.
once you sweat, it can go rancid, and then it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just wasn't my thing, oil on my scalp. But I remember having braids and my scalp was exposed, so my hair would get dry. So then I would put a little oil, something light, like a jojoba oil,
Yeah.
on the scalp, just because of the dryness, or during the winter times.
Mhm.
But it's everybody's so different with that. They really
Every
are.
part of the country is different. I grew up in
Mhm.
Michigan, it's humid. I moved to DC, it's humid. I moved to California with this hard water and this desert air, and my hair,
Right.
it went crazy.
Yeah.
So every state is different.
It's so different. So I'm so sad that we've come to the end of it.
I
It was
know.
so fast.
I know. Oh wait, are your twist outs on All Rise done on blow dried hair? It's gorgeous. So it's usually wand curled. And those are So Natural wigs. I love So Natural.
Oh, the company's so natural.
Yeah, our girl
Yes, I love her.
Rihanna.
Diana's
Mhm.
bomb.
She is. And
She,
so
yeah, she good.
she did custom wigs for Lola. We've got about 3 of them. And we'll change up the style. One week it'll be a tight wand curl, or it'll be a big barrel curl, or we've straightened it before. And I remember reading on Twitter somebody being like, they done made a hair straight. And I'm like, it's two Black women making this decision.
Oh,
It was so funny because the producers are like, whatever y'all think is good. And so the two Black women, me and Caprice, were like, let's see what it looks like, like this. And somebody was like, see, CBS
mhm.
trying to shine dim the light. I was like, not quite. But yes, it is those are wigs by So Natural. And we don't two strand twist them, we wand curl it. Because again, continuity just makes it easier.
Happy birthday to Shantella. Her
Happy
birthday.
birthday! Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I don't know if I'll be able to get you again because you big time and out here in these
No,
streets.
because then you're gonna make me put on pants again.
But there were so many great questions, and we
Yes.
didn't have enough time to answer all of them. But before we go, I just want to once again thank My Black is Beautiful. And I also want to talk to y'all about this lovely bag of goodies. I mean, it's full, it's actually super heavy. It's super heavy.
Oh,
But to qualify for this bag, I want you to go and follow Loving Your Hair on Instagram. Also follow My Black is Beautiful. And hashtag get cute while quarantined.
mm,
And also hashtag my black is beautiful self-care. And what's going to happen is you're going to post a, a picture of your quarantine hair. Yeah, send me a picture, do a hashtag, post a picture of your quarantine hair to win this great bag of goodies. Now, we only have 1 week to do this. So within this week, because next weekend is going to be over, they're going to pick a winner.
The instructions are right there in the comments, y'all.
Right there. It's right there. Where is it? Where we got? What we got? Here we go. Here we
Mariah,
go.
she
There it is.
posted.
Boom. Yeah. So this is how you get this wonderful bag of gifts. And I mean, when I say wonderful, I mean it. The ingredients are great. The feel of the products are great. They smell amazing, by the way. And
Mm,
plus, I really like turmeric.
I
I
do
do.
too. To take it, to
Yeah.
use it.
It's so good for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is where we're at. Oh, somebody put up So Naturals. Hey.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So natural. She's amazing. She's a good heart. She's doing clip-in ponytails.
She
So
is. I've been telling people about
I
her.
got that ponytail girl because you told me to. Listen,
Yeah.
that's who Felicia is to me. I'll hit her up and be like, "Where can I get a Kiki wig?" And she'll be like, "Hold on." And she'll send me a list of people to do.
I
Oh,
know.
Maika, that is a gorgeous dress. I hope I
Black owned.
Yes,
Hello.
black woman support small businesses, women businesses, black owned businesses. Like we need to support these smaller entities, especially now. Especially
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. My Capricorn sister, I love you so much.
I love you too.
And I'm super grateful for you being here with me. I know.
And we live like 5 minutes from each other, but this is as close as it's gonna get for a little bit.
Look, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
And you look beautiful. And I'm so
Yeah.
proud. Everybody on here got a chance to get a little piece of you today.
Oh, thank
But all rise. Make sure you guys watch it.
Yep.
Tell them where to go, what time and
It's
day.
on CBS. You can watch it on demand. We've just aired all 21 episodes.
Yeah.
We're going to come back, God willing, with a season 2 in the fall. So let's pray that this quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
that we can
Fingers
all go
crossed.
back to work safely and healthily. Hey, Tawana. But
Can you rewatch?
you can rewatch all the episodes on demand
Right.
on CBS and CBS All Access.
CBS All Access. That's what I have. I
Mm-hmm.
have that. Tawana's on here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
She called you Mama Bear.
Okay.
At
Well,
2 o'clock.
Tawana,
2
our
o'clock.
friend. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody on
Yeah.
today.
Thank you,
Guys,
y'all.
great. And thank you for your input. Your questions were wonderful.
Yes.
Don't forget to follow My Black is Beautiful on Instagram. Loving your hair. Follow Simone Missick because she is bomb.com and watch all her mini hairstyles. And we'll see you actually, next weekend, Eva
Mhm.
Ray is coming on.
Yeah.
And it'll be on Sunday next weekend.
Y'all
So,
get to talk about all those hairstyles. I just watched Lovebirds at 3 o'clock in the morning today.
girl, me too. And
that's
I didn't even finish it. But I can't even watch a movie or
because you be looking like
watch it. I gotta watch
the
the
hair. I know you do.
I know. It's
You did a good job.
Thank you. I
You
love
are
you.
a friend.
You're
Love
the
me.
best.
All right. Bye.
Bye.